Welcome back, everybody. I was doing some indexing this morning and I came across something that I wanted to share with you, which sometimes happens when you're indexing. So I found this batch that I wanted to work on, the US Wisconsin birth records. I clicked it open. There's only 8%. I'll even show you. There's only 8% done. Oh, 9% now. So I decided to index one of these databases. Well, when I opened it up, this is what came up. I'm going to show you. So this is the one I opened up before. So of course, every time you index, always read the specific directions for each database. So I opened it up, and as you can see, there's already information filled in. So I'm going to explain why this happens. It happens for a couple reasons. The first reason is someone opened this up to index it and they didn't have time and they just sent it back for someone else to finish. Or they sent it back, so you click this arrow right here. When you click this arrow, it puts it back into your batches. And right here, I have until February 12th to complete it. And you can see it's February 8th right now. So I have till February 12th. On February 12th, it gets bounced back into the database. So someone like me who goes in and finds a batch, clicks it, and it's already partially done. So what I want to say about this is don't trust what they put. Just because someone went in and put information down doesn't mean that it's right. So I'm going to open this up. And the first thing you do is you decide, well, I already pushed that. You decide if it's legible, and it is. So I'm going to go through, this was already done. So I'm going through, I've typed none of this stuff. This is not my work. So it is a certificate, original certificate of birth. So that is correct. 713620, correct. Dorothy, Catherine. Now, right now, I'm just checking to make sure that the spelling is the same. And Stewart. Birth, right here, date of birth, November 3rd, 1913, correct. And then I got to here, time of birth. I'm looking. And I really struggle to find it because all of the child's vital information is up here. So I'm reading through. So I want to point this out because I was actually surprised at how hard it was to really notice it. And right here, you can see it says 2 a.m. I hereby certified that I attended the birth of this child and that it occurred on November 3rd, 1913 at 2 a.m. So the reason why I bring this up is, well, I'm glad I saw it for myself because for a while there I couldn't see it because it was down below. So it just showed me that I need to make sure that I read through the whole document too because I was confused as to where to find this information. So, and on top of it, look at how tiny this little 2 is. Now you can use these tools right here. You can increase the size, and now that I increase the size, I can clearly see it's a 2. Also, do you know that you can click this? And so if a document comes up the wrong direction, you can change it. And then sometimes the writing is super hard and you can invert the colors. Sometimes this is easier to see. And it doesn't make it permanent. You just click it, click it, click it. Also, it shows you right here your keyboard shortcuts. You can hit Control and hit that button and it'll do the same thing. The keyboard shortcut. And then down here, you can change the brightness. So if you like this inverted color, but it's not bright enough, well, then you can change it. You can hit apply or cancel. So that will also help you see. And then this helps you see what's coming up and things like that. I don't really ever use this. This is actually an example that you can use. Some people may find this helpful. I actually don't find this helpful at all. Okay, so I'm going to get back here. All right, so female, we know that Dorothy Catherine is definitely a female. And then it says multiple births. If you read right here, it says sex of a child, race or color. Now, I want to point this out also. Half of my family is Mexican. And if you read their birth certificates, they're listed as white. because at this time in 1913, there was either black or white. So if you weren't black, then you had to be white. And so Mexicans are listed as white. Now, what's very interesting about that is on some census forms, some of my family is listed as octoroon, which means that they're 1/8 black, which is fine. But I think sometimes when census people would find people of ethnicity, they would just make assumptions. So I want to show you what octoroon is. So I have it up here. So octoroon is a person who is 1/8 black by descent. So you may find if you have Hispanic or darker skinned relatives who aren't black, you may find that they are listed like this. But also keep in mind that this doesn't make it true that you would have to do your work. So I actually went back and the census worker just worked off a visual, which is fine, but make sure you find out, because maybe it is true. Maybe there's something in your heritage that you don't know about and you need to research it more. So, okay, back to our indexing. So order of birth first. So single birth, number order, she is number 1. And you'll see here it has legitimate, but they don't ask that question over here. So birth town, that we will find, let me get back up here. So it's a drag and pull. Up here, place of birth, we have county as Polk and birth city is St. Croix Falls. Now you can see here, name of hospital or institution. She put none, and I did not see anything either. I don't see a house or a hospital listed. And then see right here, it says blank. You don't have to type that out. If you click on this query, this space here, and you just hit Control B, it'll automatically put blank in there because you don't want to leave anything blank. Now, right here, it says legitimate. So we know mom is a Mrs., but she doesn't have any suffix. Of course, you use that mostly for men. So mother's age, 28, yes. She is from Iowa, yes, USA. There is no information about mother's birth date. So then we go down. Now it says mother's residence city. And it says right here, St. Croix Falls. So we also know that St. Croix Falls is in Polk County. So I'm going to put that in. And her county is Polk. Mother's resident state. Well, we know that this is the state of, I actually don't know. What state is this? So if you're looking at something and you don't know the state, you can actually put in this information in a Google search. But I'm pretty sure I saw Wisconsin when we came up. When we opened it up, it said Wisconsin births. Oh, here it is, Wisconsin births. Mother's residency country, we know she is in the USA. All right, now we're gonna move on to the father's information. Okay, so here's a great example of not being able to read penmanship. The rule is you type what you see, but I actually see Elmer. I don't see Elwer because Elwer doesn't make sense. I see Elmer, I see this as an M. So I'm gonna change her answer and put an M. And Stewart is clearly an E, so I'm going to change her A to an E. Suffix, there is nothing here, so I'm going to assume there is no suffix because it doesn't say. Okay, he was born in Wisconsin, United States, birth month. We don't have anything on the father's birth information, none of that, birth year. Month received by local registrar, that's at the bottom right here, this stamp here, so November 4th, 1913. Deceased indicator, the baby was born alive. Now it says mother married. It says legitimate, so the answer is yes. There is no birth weight anywhere on this form, or height or length. Amended. Okay, so down here, it will list if this was amended, that someone came in and made a correction, but there is no statement that this was amended. So they put blank, and I'm going to say no because it will clearly indicate if it was amended, and I don't see any social security numbers. So I'm not going to leave this blank. I'm going to say no. So I'm going to go to next image because now I'm ready for the next image. So let's see here. Oh my goodness. I actually have a feeling that this person never finished it because they couldn't read it. All right, well, we're going to do this one together because this is a hard one. All right, so we have a certificate because it says right here, original certificate, file number 713621, child's given name, holy moly. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start on this. So I'm going to look at this letter and I'm going to see if I can find anywhere else on here where that letter, oh, L, look, L. So I know the child's name starts with L because this says laborer. Leroy, is it a male? It is Leroy. His name is Leroy. So the reason why I'm showing you this, because sometimes you just look around and find similarities in their handwriting and then it'll just come to you. All right, surname. P-U-L-A-N-D or P-O. I'm going to go with P-U because both of these letters are not connected. So I'm going to go with P-U. Puland. Child's suffix, no suffix. So control B. Birth month, November. All the months go by 3-letter abbreviations. Birthday, 5th. Birth year, 1913. All right. So born, 1 a.m. Okay. So you only put the hour. See right here? You only put the hour. And down here you do the minutes. And day of time, or it is AM. So click the drop down. I'm going to click AM. This is a male because it says right here, male. Multiple birth, single birth. So click single. Order of birth. Number, he is number 5. We're going to put other because they only go up to 4. Birth town. Polk is the county. So I'm going to put that in here at the county. Okay, so this is hard to read. A-S-C, okay. A-S-C-I-D-A. That could be completely wrong. A-R, I don't know if that's an R or S, S-C-I-D-A. Okay, so I want to tell you that when you do indexing, you're not the only person indexing this document. There's many people indexing the same document, and then it goes to an arbitrator who looks at all of these guesses on what it is and comes up and chooses the right answer. So don't feel like this person probably put this one back because they couldn't read it, but it still has to be done. So do the best that you can. There is no hospital. So control B for blank. Mom. E-V-I-O. I'm going to go with that. Mother's maiden name, Mason. Mother's current surname, it is a legitimate birth. So Poland is what I'm going with. Mother does not have a suffix, so I'm going to put, because there's a drop-down menu, I'm going to check. There is none. Okay, so I'm going to put blank because All right, age 34, birth state. This looks like Vermont to me. I'm going to go with Vermont because that looks like a VT. I don't know how that looks to you. Country, United States. Birth month, not given. Birth date, not given. Birth year, not given. City of residence. ASCIDA. Okay, county, Polk, because we got that from up top. Wisconsin. United States. All right, now we're going on to father, John. He has no suffix. His surname is Pouland, no suffix. So I'm going to hit Control B, age 54. His birth state. Oh, that is a hard one right here. Is that Michigan? I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Michigan. Birth country, United States. Birth month, not given. Birth day, not given. Birth year, not given. Month received by local registrars. So pull this up. Let me see. Let me pull it up here. Filed November 7th. Okay. November 7th. And that was in 1913. The child was born alive. It was a live birth. Oops. So we're going to click deceased indicator, no. Mother married, yes, because it was a legitimate birth. Weight, we know blank, 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 amended. I see no notation of amendment. And Social Security number, there is none. So now I'm done. I don't want to create entry number 2. I want to submit my batch. At this time, the system goes through to see if you have any issues, if there's any blanks or something's written not how they asked for it to do. So I have no issues. So I'm going to submit my batch. Confetti is going to fall and I'm going to celebrate. And I'm going to do more. The reason why I wanted to do this video is to show you, yeah, that was exciting. There was only 2. You think it's going to be quick, but sometimes it isn't quick. And even if it's hard, like this person who had it before probably put it back because they couldn't read the second one. Just remember that it's still important. It's still important to try. This person still needs their records index. This person has family out there potentially looking for them. And we owe it to them to do this work, even if it is hard. If you have any questions, you know where to find me.